Dream job or higher salary? That is the question. Well, for a long time, there's been a struggle between love and money. Do I do work that I really love, work that really, really matters to me? It's who I am. It's more calling, or am I pursuing the bigger paycheck? And for a long time, and the data shows this, and I've written books about it. For heaven's sakes, I wrote a book called From Paycheck to Purpose, because the data has shown for decades and decades and decades that at the end of the day, money doesn't make people happy, and we are all looking for meaning. And so thus you see people choose to be teachers, ministers. Think of those positions. Researchers, not getting the big bucks, but a whole lot of meaning. Well, it turns out that the age-old question, dream job, meaning, if you will, or more money, is tilting big time to money. Inflation, housing costs, student debt, interest rates, all going up. And that is squeezing us. So you think about that. That is real life, real talk right now. And it's changing the question. It's changing the answer. There no longer is two options in that question. I think people are in a place where they just simply say, it's not about meaning, it's about money. I need money. And again, let's look at the economic indicators. Of course, inflation. We're in a prolonged season where inflation is affecting everybody. It's a lot more expensive to live. That is reality. Housing, rent, mortgages, student debt, all of that. Groceries, gas, clothes, restaurants, vacations, everything has gone up. And so the cost of living, stress, is now making the choice pretty much just one way. And that is, hey, meaning, doing work that I love, work that I was aiming for, you know what? It doesn't pay the bills. I got to pay the bills. Let me give an example. Postdoctoral fellowships at the National Institute of Health, they are declining. Now, these are postdoc positions. So you go through and you get your doctorate, you get your degree, your medical degree, science, whatever it is, okay? And now these were positions that were really coveted in recent history. Why? Because number one, they looked really impressive on resumes, so they set you up really well for the future for some of the most prestigious scientific and medical roles. And they're the ones that are the groundbreakers. This is where the cutting edge research and science is happening. So think of them as a fellowship, and they came with high esteem. Certainly led to great financial reward in the future. But at first it was just, you know what? I'm doing this because it's about calling and esteem. And let me tell you how much I know this to be true, because most of those NIH, the National Institutes of Health, positions come with a first-year stipend of $56,000. Now, you think about $56,000 compared to the amount of money these people can make in the real world, right? So they're choosing. Do I go work for some private sector lab, and do I make really, really good money? Or do I delay making really good money like people in the past have done, people that have gone before me, and take this very prestigious research resume builder, but only make $56,000? And the answer is increasingly, I'm going to take the bigger paycheck and I'm going to forgo that dream job. So the check matters more than the calling. That's the answer to the question. And it's sad. Do I understand the choice? I do. Talking about your livelihood. We're talking about delaying dreams. And so people are choosing the check over calling. I understand. It's not just in the science area. Churches, synagogues are warning of a looming clergy shortage. So Think of these positions: a reverend, a rabbi, previously positions of great honor in our communities. Yeah, with massive sacrifice. And when inflation and our economic situation is the way it is, it makes the sacrifice to many too great. Too great. And this is becoming a yearly increase. You look at Pew and Gallup, some of the great research organizations of the country, this is a trend, and I'm afraid it's going to continue, where the cost of living is driving decisions of work as opposed to calling. I understand the tension, but when we get to a place that some of the great contributions in professional roles are being threatened because we simply cannot afford to live, this is not a you problem. This is not a me problem. This is a we problem. And it matters. These positions are needed. The research, the ministry positions, teachers are leaving in droves. They are preparing our future generations, all because they cannot afford to live. My goodness, have you seen the news? The state of Missouri. What is happening in Missouri right now? 2 teachers have left the profession because they're making so much money on OnlyFans. What? Not judging. I'm simply saying we are losing valuable people in valuable positions because of the cost of living. This is a societal problem that we've got to fix. My challenge to you, make the changes in your lifestyle, because I believe you can. I believe you can make changes in your lifestyle to sacrifice early on and stay in those roles that you believe are your calling and still have enough to live on. Ramsey Solutions can help you live on less than you make. And I still think it's worth it. This cannot be a trend that becomes the norm. If it does, it's going to lead to more soulless people in our world. Don't become one of the soulless zombies who only chased the paycheck for more stuff. Chase significance, the significant contribution that you are supposed to make to people, and you're going to see more peace and, I promise, plenty of money.